Congressional District, thank you. Thank you for trusting me to be your voice. Thank you for trusting me with your vote in the primary, and now in the general election. There has been millions and millions of dollars spent, dark money dollars spent. But you know what? We always get outspent because it is more expensive to sell a lie. We have run a campaign of truth. We have run a campaign of policy. You have put in the hard work communicating to your neighbors, your family, your friends, that this is the direction that Colorado needs to go. This is the direction our country needs to go. The swamp, they thought I would fail. But you all welcomed me to Windsor, Colorado. And rather than failing, I think it's kind of like an A+ with extra credit with this GED right here. You are all so amazing. And this is about the policies that change our future. This is how we stand for our farmers, for our ranchers. This is how we get a booming economy once again. This is how we stand up to the school boards. This is how we stand up to the unions, the Department of Education at the federal level, which I hope President Trump does away with. This is how we protect our children. This is how we make America healthy again. This is how we regain the American dream. That fundamental principle that keeps us all going, that keeps us all working harder each and every day. My Democrat opponent just called and conceded and asked me to uphold our democracy, and my response was, I promise you I will uphold America's constitutional republic. Tonight is not a win for me. Tonight is a win for you. Tonight is a win for the small business owners. Tonight is a win for ending federal overreach. And it's not just about political rhetoric. This is about government accountability. And I promise you, I will fight harder than ever to hold your federal government accountable. Democrats try to have control. They tell us how to live, how to love, how to load our rifles. But we hit the bullseye in this one, and we're going to hit the sniper shot that they tried to get on Trump when he pulls out this electoral college victory tonight. We have got so much work to do, and I am so honored to do that work alongside of each and every one of you, to work with you, to serve you, to hear about the issues that are particular to you. That's where my legislation comes from. In Washington, D.C., there's a lot of legislative welfare. Leadership has bills that they just hand out to members of Congress and say, here, you need a win in your district. We'll make sure it passes. That's not where my legislation comes from. My legislation comes from meetings in Colorado with the farmers, the ranchers, the water districts, the small business owners, the moms and dads showing up at school boards. And I go back to Washington, D.C., and I have Chief Jeff Small, and I have Tabby Rosenthal, and I have Peyton Rawl, and I have McKenna Hamilton, and I have Alex. We are all working together to craft Colorado legislation in Washington, D.C. And I have passed more bills than any other member in the Colorado delegation this year. And have an amazing team that is just as dedicated as I am to this fight for the American dream, for you to have representation. I want to thank the Weld GOP for putting this together. I want to thank the Larimer GOP for joining and putting this together. I want to thank Martin and Vicki Lynn for opening up the grain house for us. Martin Lynn, the founding father of Windsor. Thank you, Daddy Windsor. And I want to thank all of you. But if you wouldn't mind, I would also like to thank a special group of people in my life. Now, you all welcomed me to Windsor. And this move, I can't whistle. I can sing, that'll shut y'all up. Just kidding. Y'all welcomed me to Windsor. And all of the news, we have the news here, we have all the media here. They always tell the truth, right? Kyle Clark, hi. They all tried to come up with their own narrative of why I moved to Windsor. But this was a family-first decision. Many things that I didn't want to be public were made public. And things weren't good at home. And so my boys and I moved from my home of 25 years to Windsor, Colorado. And you don't know my boys. Some of you do. But I do. And I see the difference. And I see the joy. And I see the engagement in the community. And I see the reception that they've got. And tonight, I want to bring up Brody, Caden, Roman, my grandson Josiah, and my mom, Shauna. This is why I get up and fight every single day. In the 4th District, I have not stayed in one hotel after working. I come home every night, no matter how long the drive is. There are days that I drive 10, 11, 12 hours throughout the district, even sometimes end up in a hospital, you know, get a little blood clot issue. It's all right, we got it fixed. But I come home, and this year I've been able to make more dinners for these boys, more breakfasts for these boys, go to more sporting events with these boys, and that's because of you. And I want to thank you so much for not only allowing me to serve you and represent you, but thank you for allowing me to be mom. I have my grandson, Josiah. His dad's rooting us on. I was talking to him yesterday and today. He's happy Josiah's here. But this is what standing for life looks like.
Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2.
My son came to me at 17 years old, and he said, "Mom, we're going to have a baby." And fear struck me, not because he was what he just said, but because of Colorado's laws. That my son and his girlfriend didn't need to come to me and make their own decision. And so I sat in silence for about a minute, and then I finally looked at my son and I said, "What are you going to do?" And he said, "What do you mean? I just told you we're going to have a baby." And now I'm the proud Gigi of Josiah, and I just want to thank you all so much. Roman, Caden, Brody, Mom, thank you. I love you. Since I have the microphone, I'm going to say one more thing. Many of you have heard my life story of being raised in a Democrat household. And it wasn't because my mom was liberal. It's because she believed the lies. She believed the lies of politicians, and it entrapped us in a cycle of poverty. We were able to break out of that cycle of poverty. And in 2016, after my mom wrote in Hillary Clinton in Obama's second term. In 2016, my mom voted for Donald J. Trump. And just like you, she is ready for him to win his third presidential election. God bless you, Windsor. Thank you so much. We're going to fight, fight, fight.